First, I want to talk about this season called ordinary time. It's unfortunate in the English language, the word ordinary is just ordinary. And it sounds like this is boring time, monotonous time, routine is ordinary time. Indeed, some people say January is the most boring month of the year. You know, the letdown after the holiday season, from Thanksgiving to Christmas to New Year's, it's all over, and now we're in boring, dull January. But in liturgical terms, ordinary does not mean boring, monotonous routine. It means that we put in order what we learned during the seasons of Advent and Christmas. It comes from the Latin word ordo meaning order. So we arrange our lives based on the lessons we heard from the holiday season of Christmas. What did we learn? Hopefully you learned how important family is because of our family gatherings and get-togethers and travels and dinners. We learn to appreciate people, to give them gifts, presents under the tree, and our presence in person. We learn to maybe slow down and enjoy life a little bit more. So those are some of the lessons we learned this past Christmas. Now it's time to put them in order during this season of ordinary time. There are 2 blocks of ordinary time. This is the shortest block, about 6 weeks long. It started on Tuesday of last week, January the 9th. We'll go to February 21st. The next day, the 22nd of February, is Ash Wednesday. Then ordinary time will pick up again on May 28th, the day after Pentecost. So those last few days of May, all of June, all of July, all of August, all of October, all of September, all of November, those 6 months are still ordinary time, all the way through December 2nd, December 3rd, first Sunday of Advent. So over half the year is ordinary time. A very special time to put into order what we learned during the great seasons of Advent, Christmas, Epiphany, and Lent, Easter, Pentecost. So today's gospel, I like John the Baptist, you've heard me say that. I especially like the last line in today's gospel. I have seen and have testified that he is the Son of God. So I have a few rhetorical questions to ask you. Have you seen the Son of God? Have you seen the Son of God? Well, I want you to close your eyes during this little meditation I'm going to lead you on. Do not fall asleep. Close your eyes. Have you seen a beautiful sunrise or sunset? I have. And if you have, we have seen the face of God. Have you seen the beautiful desert nighttime sky and the full moon? I have, and if you have, you've seen the face of God. Have you seen the desert bloom, especially after a very wet and rainy winter, with a blanket of rainbow-colored flowers? I have, and if you have, you've seen the face of God. Have you seen a crashing waterfall, pounding waves of the ocean, a meandering brook in the mountains? I have, and if you have, you've seen the face of God. Have you seen a soaring bald eagle high in the sky? Have you seen a little hummingbird flashing its wings at miles per hour and sucking sweet nectar? I have. And if you have, you've seen the face of God. Have you seen a baby born live birth? I have. And if you have, you've seen the face of God. Have you seen a young man or young woman holding the high school or college diploma proudly in his or her hands, smiling from ear to ear at their well-deserved accomplishment? I have, and if you have, you've seen the face of God. Have you seen a young couple on their wedding day, having just spoken their vows, kissing each other for the first time as husband and wife? I have, and if you have, you've seen the face of God. Have you seen an older couple celebrating 25 or 50 years of marriage and still holding hands, still showing their love deeply for each other? I have, and if you have, you've seen the face of God. Have you seen a grandparent holding his or her new grandchild for the first time, tears streaming down the face. I have. And if you have, you've seen the face of God. Now you can open your eyes. Have you loved? I have and I do. And we have seen the face of God. So have you seen the face of God? I'm sure you said yes to many, if not all of those questions. You know, I love Broadway musicals, and you probably know my favorite musical is Les Miserables. I've seen the movie a dozen times. In fact, I have the DVD of the movie and watch it often. I've seen the play Les Miserables probably 25 times in several different languages, English and French and German and Italian. In my office and at home, I have this beautiful plaque. It reads, "To love another person is to see the face of God." To love another person is to see the face of God. So we love. And in loving those persons in our lives, we have seen the face of God. So John the Baptist said in today's gospel, "I have seen." Then he adds, "and I have testified to the Son of God." So we have seen the face of God, haven't we? Now it's time to testify. And how do we testify? I suggest a few ways. One way of testifying that you've seen the face of God is to affirm people. Thank them. Show them your appreciation. We did that well during Christmas time. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. I love you. Here's a wonderful present to show how much I care about you. We need to affirm people the next 11 and a half months of this year. We take people so often for granted in our lives, our spouses, our children, our parents, our siblings, our co-workers. Thank them often. Express your gratitude. Affirm them. That's testifying to God's love in our world today. Another way of testifying to the love of God is to accept the apologies that are given you. If someone has hurt you and they've apologized, say, "I forgive." Don't make them wallow in their shame. Be quick to forgive. I forgive you. It's okay. And even if they don't ask for forgiveness, can you still offer forgiveness? You might say, "Well, that doesn't make sense." Well, Jesus did on the cross, looking at the soldiers and Jewish leaders who were putting him to death. He said, "Father, forgive them. They know not what they do." He offered forgiveness and they didn't even ask for it. Can we do the same? Forgiveness will bring back that relationship and repair those bridges. And the flip side is to offer an apology. Be humble enough to say, "I'm sorry. I let you down. I hurt you. I disappointed you. Please accept my apology." That's another way of testifying to God's presence and love in our world today. And finally, another beautiful way of testifying to the Word of God, the love of God, is how we care for others. We need to be caregivers. And I speak to a parish that is so strong in its outreach efforts. We gave away hundreds and hundreds of presents during Christmas time and thousands of dollars in gift cards. Thank you so very much. We need to do that the rest of the year as well. People are hungry, people are in need 12 months a year, not just during the holidays. So one way of showing the presence of God, testifying to God's presence in our world, is to continue to reach out to others, to those in need. Bring food every Sunday. I'd like to see these these bins filled up at the end of every Mass, so we have to empty them 5 times a weekend. Go to your closets and your chest of drawers and get rid of those clothes and take them to Goodwill Industries or Salvation Army, whatever. Reach out to others. You know, we celebrate this weekend the national holiday of Martin Luther King Jr. He was assassinated 55 years ago this year. And he had a dream. He had a dream of a better world. I share that dream. I hope all of you do as well. We have seen the face of God. Now it's our turn to bring God's love into the world, to make part of Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream come true and make this world a better place. We have seen and we will testify that God is real. God is love.